Stair, Buzz, Borup having the impact that they were able to have during the group stage, and the competition is just a step, maybe even 2 steps above what they faced off on day 1 to get here.
Well, it is time to begin the semifinals of the CAC 2023. It's been a fantastic time in Shanghai, and we're kicking off the final day. Astralis versus MOUZ, starting on Overpass.
Oh, baby.
And Astralis are going to be on that T side to kick things off. Plenty of utility here for Borup. Everybody else at the moment sitting on Kevlar.
Oh, we got dualies as well out for MOUZ. Dualies on Zershin, dualies on Torji as well. Let's see what they've got with them. Pushing down towards the blue door, down the stairs. Shuei's going to be pushed up towards middle, watching an angle out towards Fountain, but there's a timing on that as he backs away. And over towards the B bomb site, 3 players from Astralis. This could be a little bit of a distraction towards bathrooms, and then a really powerful hit at the B site. Actually, Device turning into a little bit of a lurk.
A massive lurk. He's on long, and the rest of his teammates outside of Monster. Let's see what Device gets up to in this round, but we'll focus on the pack as well. Shuei, he's in middle, just around the divider, and Device is able to get past him or take him out of this round. This could be a massive start to the round, because Shuei now has to call for his teammate to come back up connector, which keeps Frozen's attention on Device, and Device finally will go down, but it's the B play from Astralis starting to come in now.
Yeah, they know exactly what's coming. MOUZ well aware. Dualies behind the bomb site in the water. They turn the corner, Buzz goes down, clothesline, and Zershin still got plenty of ammunition inside those dualies, and this is all shut down. The response is beautiful and handled with ease.
Yeah, that looked perfect. You know, Device got the kill upper. You know, if he comes down connector, he gets that second kill. Sure, you're looking at a very favorable round for Astralis, but MOUZ hold on. Kill comes through the connector, and MOUZ have the first round of this semi-final.
They never had the information that there was aggression because they never put anyone down in that underpass towards blue door Astralis, so they never actually saw this push. Device obviously plays it a little bit differently, but that fake is more effective if blue door is not in the control of MOUZ's defense. It causes, or it allows for a really early shift over and completely shut down as Astralis.
Yeah, they don't get a bomb plan, of course, which means you're going to have to see that full eco come across the board. The only player with anything to talk about is Device's Deagle, and that's gone immediately. So Frozen helps out for MOUZ. He's going to be holding on from the party. The final most people expected coming into this tournament was, of course, FaZe versus MOUZ.
Man, Frozen, he's stuck around quite a long time as a solo player with that M4. I think Astralis was really interested in hunting that down, so good on him to find the timing to just back away and make sure he doesn't lose the rifle. Flank coming in up the ladder pretty soon as well. And Torji's going to spot a little bit of action.
Yeah, should be seeing this round come to its natural conclusion at some point. But Stair with the Deagle, he's picked up that off the back of Device.
I like this, though. Look how passive MOUZ is playing it. They're just like, you guys don't have the tools or the resources to really take any of these bomb sites, so we'll just let you have whatever map control you want because we're going to shut things down. They control the middle of the map. They can shift. They can flank in multiple different ways. It's all to make sure Frozen just doesn't go down to some silly Deagle shot.
Well, there's a quick little chase coming in here from Torji around the back. He would love some money on this MP9, and they're now drawing attention towards him. It's exactly what you want for the MP9, the kind of position you want to be in, but only the 1 kill. Frozen's able to help out, and here comes the second of the rapid gun. It's going to find himself a round win, and Zershin picks up the extra cash. So 2-0 start here for MOUZ. Money in the bank for Astralis.
Should be able to have a pretty strong buy up against at least 1 or 2 SMGs still on the board for the MOUZ defense. See if they can take advantage of that. However, there's also an AWP on the board. Torji has it in hands early in round number 3. Good utility for Astralis with these AK-47s, and we're going to get started into this first gun round.
See what kind of calling blameF has for us here in the semifinals in the T side. I'll be staying outside of Monster with 1, that is Buzz. And the default spread from Astralis to kick off round 3.
Doors blown open. This is where the SMGs are as well. 1 short, and then Shuei with his at the stairs. Taking those close angles. Jimpphat's going to be in support of both of them. And to answer your question, it's Astralis, so we know it's going to be methodical map control. We know it's going to be contained aggression, peaks with utility to make sure they don't get picked off early, and try and slowly constrict onto this bomb site. Nice Shuei. He found that. He hunted it down. A good trade for the SMG.
Yeah, great work from Shuei, but a fantastic trade from Device coming in, playing off the back of blameF. And now the play forward from MOUZ, proactive into Buzz. This is his first test of the semi-final, and he holds up Sershin, second kill locked in, and Buzz does his job so effectively.
Yeah, really, really well done. Prepared for that entirely, and the aggression does not catch him out. So Torji's in a bit of a recovery mission, going to stack up towards the A bomb site with Frozen, hope to get a pick at range. If this goes south, saving the op is the goal. But they can't stay back on their heels. MOUZ have to be aggressive to try and bring this round back. If they want to contest for this round, they need to be able to find some frags because Buzz is starting to hunt towards the B bomb site. But with the time on the clock, Astralis might not have the chance to reconsider.
Not a lot of utility available. Buzz is the only player with a smoke right now, and that's a free kill. Stairs is walking long open. Frozen's still in the bathrooms. This round can still go wrong for Astralis. Device is running with a bomb, and that's going to be Frozen's kill locked in. Now Borb has to pick it up, but from a 4v2 to an even number situation, there is no time for this round anymore. And Frozen's won it by dropping the bomb. Frozen's going out. They just eliminate everyone from Astralis, despite Astralis having every advantage in this round.
Mismaneuvered on the map from Astralis. With so many forces out towards long, while Buzz is exploring the B bomb site, you're so far away from being able to actually open up that avenue of retreat, that plan B. If you're working your way through bathrooms and playing contact there, you can kind of quickly transition over towards the stairs, but they get caught entirely on the wrong side of the map despite Buzz being able to clear out the B bomb site.
This kill just felt too easy for Torji. They're just standing in the open at long.
I think the assumption from Astralis is that with those kills from Buzz, that AWP or someone, they might have only been one player at the A bomb site. Someone is going to rotate over, and that just didn't happen.
They didn't detect the AWP early in the round either, right? So that was kind of a secret weapon into the late moments, perhaps not anticipating an AWP out so early. Borb gets absolutely destroyed by Frozen.
Just keep an eye on Frozen so far in this game. We saw it a couple of rounds ago when he pushed up towards Fountain, albeit against pistols, and this one is as well. He's being very aggressive and very confident in this fight. He's being very in your face to the Astralis players, not giving them space to work with.
This is a man that can take over the semi-final. You know, he can take over a map and give it a huge performance. And the timing for Sershin to look away. Buzz has his number again.
I could have sworn he saw him. I could have sworn he saw him. Maybe he just didn't register inside his brain.
Yeah, maybe a quick mini-map check. Looking at something different, but did not register at all. All that is registered is a kill from Buzz, and now 55 seconds remain in this round. Astralis trying to get closer to this A site. Frozen was initially down inside of that connector. He's gone a little further back. He's still playing relatively aggressive. He's looking for some picks using the shadow to take out blameF, and that's worked out pretty well. So smoke down to cover it all.
Nice defensive smoke deployed. A little bit of a gamble up against the Deagle through that smoke. But he's got the cover of Torji, and he's taking more bullets through that smoke. It's blown open, but not the HP to peek with it. And now there's actually a little bit of pressure applied. Good shot from Frozen. He goes back for more. How is he alive? He's on for the ace as well. And Shui's going to take it through the smoke. But what a round from Frozen.
10-0. 10-0 from Frozen to kick off the semifinals here. MOUZ are looking good. And in particular, this young man, the young veteran as he call him, he's up there on the stage performing. Astralis have to take their first tactical timeout. 0 rounds posted so far. The first gun round, despite having a 4v2 advantage, they were unable to convert it.
Yeah, that one's really going to hurt for Astralis, a team that plays so by the numbers. That's going to be one they feel like they absolutely should have had. Got to put it in the back of your mind for now and start having a conversation about negating Frozen, because he came to fight, he came to play today.
Yeah, we often talk about Frozen being the best player on this team, but in the group stage, it was Torji that topped the board, right? He topped the charts for rating, 1.3 rating throughout 6 maps. Frozen was second rated on the team, but, you know, in the big playoffs, in the big moments, you want your star rifler to be showing up like this.
Well, the big conversation about Torji's just rebound since Shui rejoining the team has been huge. A guy under a lot of scrutiny in the previous lineups with previous in-game leaders, and this seems to have found him a certain level of comfort to where now he's able to put out those performances that we expect from him. And then when you look at the immersion of Jimmy as well on this team and how good he's played, all of a sudden, you've got a 4-man deep of like star players around Shui.
It's a scary team, this MOUZ roster.
It's a luxury that not a lot of teams get.
Especially with the average age being so low, and a little too risky there for Torji. Commits too far forward, gets caught by the flash, and that's the AWP out early.
Yeah, he was playing a dangerous game. He saw those jumps, he wanted that peak, wanted that fight, but didn't like the result of it at the end. Shui's gonna stay here. Gathering a lot of information. Molotov out toward his position. He swings and not able to handle the close angle.
Yeah, great utility from Astralis, really winning them these first 2 fights.
Good patience, really good patience on this aggression, and now they get to work the map.
Yeah, with a 5v3, You're starting to feel very good about a first round win here for Astralis.
MOUZ is going to sink back, and they're going to gamble towards the A bomb site, so this is going to end up being a clean win for Astralis as they just march in towards B. MOUZ has nobody home as they just shift to the other side of the map, and they'll let Astralis have it for nothing.
There's no money for Astralis, no hunt. And it's going to be the safe call for this entirety of the post plant.
And Jimmy's got to be careful not to lose this M4. The save call's already been made, so almost no reason to even risk it being this close. You can see those bullets just whizzing through the smoke, so...
You can just imagine. Come on, Jimmy, let's go. Let's tuck up out of here.
Get on your hustle, baby.
Yeah, really strong start here. There's Torch's AWP. They're going to be looking for that right at the end. They want to grab that weapon, carry that over to the next round, and Astralis will have their first, and one off the back of maybe an over-aggressive extension from Torji, getting caught by the flashbang as well.
Yeah, he saw that jump twice, I believe, so he knew someone was there. I guess he was just calling his bluff to a certain extent. I'm curious. It doesn't look like MOUZ want to overextend to try and get that off. They realize that someone could just be watching it with the hunt. Jimmy's got plenty of money to drop one over if they want to replenish it.
Which is confusing. Like, you could have thrown the nade to get it back.
Yeah, couple options there. Either way, Astralis is on the board out of their first time out, and that gets them started on this T side of Overpass, this T side of the semifinals.
So here's that opening moves. There, good flash over the top, and catches Torji.
Maybe if he doesn't hit the immediate headshot, there's time for that reaction, but Torji's really, really leaning heavily onto his individual skill and individual ability to flick back.
Yeah, rough position to be in. But he's got the ult back anyway. He had the resources for it, so he's got the AWP and he's got it back. Here's their exertion, getting up into the short boost. You can do this yourself now, getting up on top of these sandbags. Now the walkthrough from Buzz, looking for the fight on Jimpphat, but he's going to have to come back after trying that opener.
No, but I like that play. I like that Buzz is just confident enough to take that angle and just see if he can find that fight. He had one chance to kind of swing out and nab the headshot. Wasn't there, but I like the fact that he's showing he's willing to do it.
And gets out of dodge quickly, too. Doesn't stay committed. When he realizes he's missed that window of opportunity, he drops back. Values his life.
Look how passive these T-side openings are. Not the Buzz side of things, but towards the A bomb site where they've encountered some of that aggression. They're just really making it patient. So if MOUZ want to push forward, they have to be a little bit nervous around timings, getting a little bit mixed up. Just now turning the long corner. Torji and Frozen still haven't seen anything outside of a smoke at the front of bathrooms.
Borup clears the bottom of connector.
Bombs drop towards Fountain as well. This is going to get late into the round timer.
The Astralis don't mind running that clock down, but eventually they've got to go through the bathrooms, and it's not going to be an easy setup to break apart. It's Torji and Frozen set up together. AWP posted. Frozen hiding behind the divider. This is going to be a rough position for Astralis with only 30 seconds left. Frozen has the chance to break them apart. First kill locked in from Frozen. Freezes him out for just a moment, and then Torji frags out and goes deeper into the bathrooms. He's got his teammate Shui rotating up. 19 seconds left. Shui's got the position. That's the bomb down in limited time. Kills are coming in, but they have to get back to the bomb in time, and blameF would have to sprint to the site. Jimpphat is in a position to deny this all. If he gets around, if he gets this kill, that's the round. Young Jimmy does it, and it's Stair running away.
Yeah, just that round took so long for Astralis to really get it going. They waited patiently for any aggression until like 1 minute and 5 seconds on the round timer and started moving up. They chewed a lot of time off the clock themselves, and MOUZ mount just enough resistance to make it impossible. 5-1. Frozen with 27 seconds, goes 1 for 1. Torji with the follow-up peek. And a new angle that Device didn't expect. That's the bomb being dropped and no progress forward for Astralis.
As the rescue run with an Overpass T-side this methodical, you can often leave yourself with such limited time.
Oh, and it's one of the big things about this map. It's one of the features that this map has that not a lot of other ones in the pool does, is just the sheer size of it, of how long it takes to move around the map.
So far, this T-side hasn't looked all that inspiring. It's not looking like, at this moment, there's going to be enough for Astralis to get a good half out of this unless they change it up.
And this time the aggression for MOUZ is over towards short. Exertion's got the angle towards the short tunnel. Torji's got the angle with the op in towards blue door, which is blown open. It's just Buzz kind of lurking here while the rest of Astralis work the other side of the map. Borup holding on to the middle.
And probably a conversation to be had for Astralis to try and get some map control a little quicker. Go through the motion slightly. And they're going to get a couple of players up long. Stair applying pressure in bathrooms. But if they come back down that connector, Torji's watching for it, and Astralis are deciding to rotate back to B. So they are going to have to face down connector, and this looks so good for the Hungarian. He's going to have a great chance to take a kill here if they come through that doorway. And Borup, oh, he might just think about it. He's coming forward. Torchi's scope is ready to take him out of the round, and no problem. Absolutely no issue for the AWP.
Yeah, well, Jimmy's got a big test coming up next. Buzz is going to turn the corner with utility. Oh, that flashbang catches him, and he's not ready. The AWP is still there. They know it, and Buzz has that as well. But they didn't know about exertion the whole time.
Oh!
He somehow spins, but the bomb site is lost.
I don't know how he doesn't get that kill there, but his teammate Buzz is performing massively. Another round, another kill, and that's going to be Astralis taking a chance to level up at 2 here for themselves. And here's Device coming through. Xerxion's feet on the save away. It's not going to be allowed. Device punishes that. No getaway for him.
And this is a great round when you look at the money of MOUZ as well. Astralis has set this up and primed it. Frozen, does he want to go for that AWP? I think he's got to prioritize the AK-47 to a certain extent, especially now that Device has been spotted and Device picks up the AWP. So Frozen bails out, and MOUZ is going to have a really struggled, labored buy in this next round to try and prevent an economic collapse.
Well, it's great to see Buzz having this kind of performance on the stage, right? 7 and 5, had huge 3 kills coming into this bomb site, the 2 entries, and then the 3rd follow-up when things started to look a little rough. And that really cancels off any sort of retake scenario for MOUZ.
And it's great to see some of the strengths of Astralis converting from the group stage, which is that supporting cast stepping up and having impact. Buzz, as you mentioned, all those entries in this round, he had the nice stop of the double aggressive push earlier out of the B bomb site from the MOUZ defense.
Oh, first timeout here for MOUZ. Cyclone having his say as he relays with Shui.
Yeah, they might have to get a little bit creative in this next round. They won't have the AWP. They won't have all the rifles in the world or all the utility. And this is where if you're MOUZ, you kind of want to have some sort of an aggressive play, see if you can push up and catch them off guard. But Astralis' slow pace and methodical style is kind of designed to negate that as well. So in some ways, you're almost got to be a little bit paranoid about playing into their hands.
Now, when you're playing the slow, methodical style, though, there's another piece that you need, and it's that ability to, when you decide to burst into the site, have one player that can crack open the bomb site, and Buzz does that so effectively. So keep eyes on whether or not he's able to do that consistently. Round 8 kicks off. This is what MOUZ have to play with.
And previously in the group stage when we saw Astralis play Overpass, a lot of it was Stare initiating things towards the A-bomb site as a more aggressive lurker. So this game they've kind of changed up the style and given Buzz a few more play calls for him to get aggressive and have impact in the early stages.
He certainly had the hotter start on Overpass in the semifinals. Stare gets flashed around the long peak. Torzy having to come off the angle. No AWP to be seen this time for Torzy, but he's got sight. He's seen Stare. Now the reaction from MOUZ again is this double push of Xerxion and Jimpphat.
And change of pace. This round is much, much quicker. 1 minute and 15 seconds, and Astralis is already at Divider, leaning up towards Banana. They're going to come for it. Frozen, isolated, on his own. He's got the first. Spray continues into the second.
Oh, isolated, but the Iceman doesn't care. He stands in the corner towards you. Swings in, gets the reload off, and a 3rd kill. Even when the weapons look weaker, even when it looks favored for Astralis, breaking through Frozen has become impossible. To get through that ice wall, it's just not happening for them. And Stare stuck at bathrooms. There's nothing he can do. Jimpphat's behind. Should execute him with a 5-7. Not so clean, but if it doesn't come from Jimpphat, it'll come elsewhere. And that's going to be Stare going down, and Astralis' quick call gets destroyed.
Yeah, that actually looked really scrappy and a little bit disorganized from Astralis. That faster play call, the timing of it, they didn't really seem all that coordinated turning the corner. Frozen able to just kind of sit in a very well-known popular spot and grab a double kill. An immediate headshot, a flashbang comes out that blinds blameF, so the trade isn't available. And Astralis gets stopped cold before they can string 2 together. That's Borup, excuse me. But blameF completely blinded by Torji. Good utility usage from MOUZ, but that hit goes absolutely nowhere.
Second timeout of this half for Astralis, realizing that that's the kind of round they needed to win. If they win that, if they break apart the money of MOUZ, then they have a chance to recover this half entirely.
And they didn't even get close.
Yeah, they didn't get close at all. They didn't get beyond the bathrooms.
They didn't even get a kill. It's just free upgrades for MOUZ, a couple of AK-47 salvaged, a free AWP salvaged, money now in the bank for MOUZ's defense. That was exactly not the way Astralis wanted it to go. They had them at a breaking point, and they've let them off the hook.
Well, questions are, where's blameF? Where's Device? These are the 2 players we wanted to see pop off in the playoffs. These are the 2 players you somewhat rely on if you're Astralis to have good performances. And that nade, tagging with the shot, it isn't going to finish him off. Only 2 HP damage from that nade.
Yeah, a little bit late, a little bit too far. Stare ran past it despite getting tagged. Buzz gonna challenge again. Yeah, he's gonna do his best inside the smoke. Xerxion has no idea. Buzz does it again, but he's got low HP and a follow-up isn't there, but Jimmy is. Jimmy around the smoke, and blameF can't handle it either.
Wow, that's so sick from Jimpphat. 3 kills off the side of the monster pillar. It looks so good for Astralis with that entry. Xerxin should have got that pick, but Buzz was able to pick it up, and then Jimpphat had to recover everything, and he does so. And this is going to be so frustrating for Astralis now. Shui through the smoke. MOUZ playing with confidence, playing with freedom, realizing they're up so heavily here. This is Stair alone in a 1v4, and it's an unwinnable 1v4. This is the problem. This is what you were talking about earlier today. You know, this isn't just one star rifler. This isn't just a team with only a couple players that can frag. Everybody is capable of shutting a round down, and you see the amount of options that MOUZ have available to them. If Xerxin goes down without getting a pick, Jimpphat steps up with a triple.
I love the way they're just messing with him. They're just fighting, and they're not staying back. It's just like every time. Shui's just jumping back and forth, getting in a position, calling teammates open, and they all get aggressive. But that round's all about Jimmy around that smoke. Fantastic B defense, where previously kind of struggled to pick up the pieces in a hit earlier. This time he handles it perfectly. And still, as you're kind of alluding to, the only bright spot at the moment for this Astralis side has been Buzz in these B site entries. That's it.
Where's the rest of the supporting cast? One-man show at the moment. Torji again going for the opening. Astralis not giving him anything. Perhaps blameF would overextend, but Torji feels like his time in the sun has come to an end now. He doesn't want to keep re-peeking. Device moves a little closer with that deagle.
Torji's got so much confidence to peek these angles, though, because he's got Frozen in the stairs.
Yeah.
Once again, a very passive round from Astralis with these deagles. They're looking for the follow-up push. Look at the way Astralis is all spread around the map. Each player has a various choke point to watch, and that's it. No one doing anything, hoping for a peek, for a mistake, for someone on MOUZ to go hunting.
Xerxin very proactive towards B, taking short control. This is going to make the round a little more difficult for Astralis, just having him here. They want to go in towards this B bomb site, but they're all coming from the same side. They can't split Xerxin, so he has a chance to just spot them out. He has Frozen with him, and to be honest, they might not even be required because Jimpphat's so damn good inside of this B bomb site. He's just jiggling for info. We'll deploy that smoke. It'll be a little late because they're already up, and he's going to use it for defensive purposes instead. Jimpphat starts his spray. Is he going to break him? He'll start to butcher them into the ground. He's got the rest of his teammates just hanging Astralis out to dry. There's nothing they can do here. Stair once again left alone in an impossible situation. It is flawless for MOUZ. They don't lose a single player.
Yeah, they're swarming to the point of attack. And the nice thing is, if you're Jimpphat, that's a good display of sometimes if you could just negate the opposition with utility. Really, the aim doesn't necessarily matter all that much. A scrappy fight, he does get one in the smoke, but you drop that smoke and no one from Astralis can pass through with those deagles. 8-2.
This is way more one-sided than I thought this was going to be.
This was always a potential, though. He kind of mentioned it. I mean, MOUZ is without a doubt the better team, and we're seeing a lot of that team play. The utility usage in scrappy, tense situations when the attacks are coming in. Now, Torji missed the detail of borup crossing over. Oh, there's a timing. Oh, there's a timing, and Torji tags him anyways.
He hit that shot. That is so sick.
Yeah, but it's not a lot of damage. It actually seemed a lot worse than it really is. It's only down to 84 HP.
Just more impressive on the mechanical level rather than the impact it has in terms of the round. All borup's had a rough start as well. So I just there, and you know, you look at everyone on Astralis, no one fragging out at all. There's just be no kills at this point.
This is their map pick. That's a worrying sign.
Yeah, it's just a terrible start from the Danes. Round 11 is a slow one again. borup getting through connector, realizes because of the damage he outputted on Torji, it's unlikely that he stayed inside of the connector, and there may be a shot that is completely empty.
What's really hurting Astralis as well, and you want to just talk about, we can pile on a little bit more about how rough this T side has been. Outside of the 2 rounds that they've won, there's been no bomb plants. Like, other than that, it's pretty clean victories from MOUZ. Okay, that's not fair. That's not fair at all.
No, not at all.
Won't be ready for blameF. And Torji with the AWP is going to have to manage 2 angles, misses the shot. He doesn't have the HP for this.
Realizes he has Shui though. He's going to just deploy that smoke, but he is going to die. And Shui now is in a position where he must step up. The in-game leader, we haven't had to see him have a massive round on his own, but here he goes! Everybody from MOUZ having their moments. And Jimpphat with a 1v2. Now he is quick up connector. He's got into position really early into this round, and that bomb plant going down at the dice box. It's actually planted for Jimpphat here. He has a chance to turn this into 1v1s because of borup's position. They think he's coming up the stairway. And there's the free kill from Jimpphat. It's now down to just Device. Yet to have impact. And Jimpphat's trying to figure out where he is. Where could Device have got off to? And Device peeks him with the AWP. Finally, Device rings out with some impact in this semi-final.
Yeah, Jimpphat was just wishing beyond anything that he would have a little bit of information of where Device was actually playing that from. Good clutch, good 1v1 for Device, but that shot from Frozen is disgusting. That smoke almost ruins Shui's position as well. That makes it a very tough transfer over to Buzz. Astralis have 3.
Man, it really is such a luxury how many players can frag out on MOUZ. You know, you look at a Urinkim leader and he's got that mechanical ability, so much depth on the team at the moment. But the problem is for Astralis, even winning that round, you're gonna still go up against a very solid buy into the last round of this half.
Yeah, you're just gonna go for a B execute here. Mac 10 on blameF, but it's not leading the way. Blinded is Jimpphat, he's gonna back off. Molotovs and nades raining in.
Well, Jimpphat is short, he's got plenty of help too, plenty of options for MOUZ to get a couple of kills here. This is looking very difficult for Astralis. They've got to burst through, and once again, it's the battering ram of Buzz to get 1 kill for Astralis, but it's been stalled out. The Sting's out of the attack, and stinging faster and harder than anything else, it's Jimpphat with a double. Device looking to clutch again. The first locked in, nice position, but Jimpphat will close on 9 for MOUZ. A story of dominance from the youngsters.
Yeah, Jimmy's put on a little bit of a clinic a couple times at this B bomb site with the way he's using these smokes. I mean, that smoke this time towards the right side of the pillar gives himself a new angle that you're probably not super familiar with in the T side when you're trying to entry in. But that protection of the smoke allows him to stand in the open at an off angle on the bridge, peering towards toxic barrels, and nobody from Astralis was going to handle that.
Man, I know we've seen him multiple times at this point, but the fact that Jimpphat is so comfortable and not making too many mistakes in a stage environment like this is just so wild.
Yeah, he gave that like beast interview. He gave that. He was just like what did he say? It actually has been pretty easy adapting to tier 1 because it's always the question we have. We've seen a lot of players struggle with it. It just, I mean, I guess like a typical Finn, and you know, he just comes in. He's like, yeah, it's been fine.
Yeah, from Counter-Strike family. You know, Sergey's older brother was kind of a breakout player for a while too, and so.
I hope Sergey's watching somewhere. I hope he's tuning in, watching his brother do some work.
I hope he comes back. That's what I hope for.
Okay, yeah.
CS2, that would be real nice. But yeah, Jimpphat definitely very impressive this year. But it was interesting, you know, they were pretty candid about the fact that at Pro League, Jimpphat was feeling some nerves at some points, and he was very mature about it. You know, instead of just saying, I'm not feeling nervous, you know, it is easy for me. He actually was pretty honest with his teammates and said, you know, I am feeling a little nervous here, and sort of talked through that before the matchups, and that shows a level of maturity. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of his career as it pans out here.
I'm looking to see more of Frozen, 17-2.
Well, you've not seen enough?
No, I want more.
All right.
With this kind of a level, give me more. I'm excited to see him on this T side. Maybe Exertion get aggressive, get an entry kill, open up some space for old boy Frozen to go to work.
Well, regardless, we have to see Astralis win this pistol if this is going to be a competitive first map. If they don't, they are not really in a position to survive this.
Oh, I don't think Device spotted any of that information.
I don't think so. I think they just got behind the stone in time.
Oh, that's such a weird timing it creates now.
Oh, they're so close to him too. Oh, Device, this looks so rough, but he's going back at the right time at least. And Device anticipates it, sees the edge, sees a couple of players now and is under so much pressure. Calling for his teammates, he needs some help. Flash goes in, commits to it, and he actually gets one out of the wild gunslinging.
Damn.
blameF up through connector. The Jewel Beretta is doing some work here. And blameF, is he going to get this one? Frozen will handle the pressure.
Yeah, but that was probably a little bit awkward for Frozen, that engagement, and unfortunately he goes down immediately as well, so no clean answer for Exertion and Shui left in this 2v3.
Yeah, where are MOUZ going to go with this one? Where are they going to go? You've got a smoke available for Shui. Looks like the B play is on the cards here, and it is Exertion going down through the connector, worried about some of the control that Astralis might have.
Yeah, he's actually worried someone's pushed all the way towards T-spawn as well. Yeah, they have time to make this. They've got a smoke as well. You imagine Shui's going to put that up towards, actually, I don't know, maybe play it towards heaven, but also you might want to save it to just throw it inside the bomb site when you get there. 20 seconds now, and they got to make their move. Toxic barrels is where Buzz is sitting.
Oh, he's worried about 2 angles, though. 2 angles for Buzz to have to deal with. Pistol in hand. He needs this round for Astralis. Buzz gets one.
Damn.
And the shot from Stev from Heaven. They needed that for Astralis. They pick it up.
Yeah, Buzz, that you might have been able to win it if he doesn't get that kill, but that makes it so much easier. Sick little one-tap, following and reading where the next peak is going to come from. And Astralis survived the pistol. 4-9, they try and close this gap. Ooh.
That was a really awkward fight between blameF and Frozen. Yeah, that 1 kill from Buzz definitely helps matters completely. And Astralis, they've got to convert on this now, though. MOUZ didn't get a bomb plant, so They're going to have to take the full eco here, which should allow Astralis up to 5 without too much issue. CT side is where you expect some of these Astralis individuals to get going too. So if they can actually get comfortable starting the second half, what's happening here?
They're actually dancing in real life as well. Shui's getting the head bob going on. I like this. Hitting the clubs.
They're having a good time up on that stage.
Yeah.
Nice and comfortable. You know, it's a full eco. Let's just waste Astralis' time and hang out at the nightclub.
Yeah, just a couple of dudes getting up to some shenanigans.
Maybe they don't have the age requirement to get in or something here. Maybe they're just held at the door enjoying it from the outside.
Yeah, just enjoying the music through the walls.
Yeah. How about that? Just drawing out the time, taking it as a little breather moment.
I mean, it's a little bit silly, but obviously you can still have the conversation right now. We all know about the French timeouts by this point. But also, I mean, you're hopefully getting Astralis to like replenish and spend some of their nades. You're having them sit around feeling focused, wondering what's going on. So a little bit of cheeky mind games perhaps going on for MOUZ here, and it's going to come to their death over towards Monster.
Yeah, Borup should have a chance to mow them down. This will be a nice little stat padding round. There's Borup adding a 4th to his tally star with him. And everybody from Astralis getting involved. Let everybody have a kill. Let everybody have a little eco kill apart from Device. blameF comes in to clean it up. And it's 5 rounds for Astralis. So MOUZ have had their party. It's time to purchase and get into the second half now with the gun rounds.
Yeah, AK-47's come out now. Astralis know it's coming. Replenish some of that utility. Let's see what they've got in this first gun round of the second half. Shui's clapping his hands. Let's get started, boys.
Yeah, you can see already it looks so composed in the MOUZ camp at the moment. You know, everybody looks super confident. Everybody looks chill. And right now with this kind of performance, you can absolutely understand why. Astralis, they've got FAMAS, they've got MP9s here. It doesn't look too pretty going up against AK-47s, but if they can win this kind of round with some of these bonus weapons, it would go a long way in building a good start on the CT side. And blameF, he's already up the slide. And look at a slide down on Zershin, but the AK-47, the superior weapon, and blameF will go down. Good peek from Frozen. Oh, it's MOUZ with 2 openers right away.
Yeah, that's massive. Frozen has just been so hard to handle throughout this map. Another kill on top of the aggression from blameF, and Astralis on the back foot already.
Unplayable right now. Frozen is literally unplayable. He's just going for every peak that he wants, and he's just winning a fight in almost every engagement he's been involved in. Even that round in the pistol where blameF comes flying down connector, Frozen looks like he's in a position where he's going to get caught with his pants down, but he still gets the kill.
Jimpphat's juggling a Molotov. That's a dangerous game. Don't try it at home.
Yeah, do not... Actually, just don't play Molotovs at all at home. Never mind juggling.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Molotov in towards Toxic. Borup's going to have to swing out. He's got no smoke. His team...
No, the smoke didn't even work.
Didn't extinguish it the full way, and now it's just Stare. Good luck, buddy.
Well, he is going to be starting to the floor real soon because his peak's coming in. The stairway to heaven for him. Shui locks in the kill, and that'll be the round locked into. So 10 rounds for MOUZ off the back of the first gun round. 3 rounds away from taking map 1 of the semi-final and taking Astralis' map pick.
Yeah, and in reality, there's only one more round of contention here for Astralis. It's this next one where the money is going to be a little bit busted. They've got no losing bonus built up, so in the next round, they're only getting $1,400, but they're going to have to invest. If Device can keep this FAMAS, he can drop a weapon over. blameF can buy himself. Stare, Buzz, and Borup might have to, one of them will get the dropped weapon, but they're going to have to descend to some weaker buys. So it'll be something pretty similar to what we saw in this round of a pair of SMGs, likely. And MOUZ up to double digits, 10-5.
Yeah, it's rough here for Astralis. As you're mentioning, not even money available for this next round either, so this world just gets darker and darker for them. This is that initial fight. blameF was close to winning it.
blameF had a really cool fight on top of that slide. It's the timing of when that flashbang comes out to clear that position. He wasn't expecting MOUZ to so aggressively with utility used to clear out his position and his aggression. And that made him come down to take a little bit of a more awkward fight than what he wanted. Deep nade is going to sail in. Decent damage. Chip damage onto Torji. And blameF gets away to the stairs.
Buzz has water control. And around like this for Astralis, you really have to take a few more risks. You have to take some map control early on. And blameF getting trickled down to half HP. Jimpphat just peppering him with utility damage, and Frozen's got another one. Another opening kill from Frozen. And again, this man is unplayable. A second kill locked in on borup. And blameF, he's trapped. He's trapped inside of the connector.
Oh, he's got to swing for it, but Jimmy wins that one as well. Astralis can't win a fight, and now they have the information without committing anyone, without anyone even having to die facing off against Stair, and he's desperately spamming while blind. Device is going to have to make a play at some point because his teammate is gone.
Oh, timing at least works out for Device here, but he doesn't even sink the kill. He doesn't get it.
It's not working out.
Oh, it's a really bad day at the office.
I feel like a lot of this round is kind of dictated by some of the utility that Astralis, well, obviously, but the buy that they go for. I mentioned they would have 2 SMGs. They actually went for 4 rifles, so that took away like some utility, an extra smoke that they would have bought. And Buzz's SMG pushed in towards short. Once that smoke clears in the short tunnel, he's got nowhere to go. He's got nothing to do with an SMG. It's not the right range for the fight, so I don't think they've put their resources in the right places.
Yeah, and Frozen's just been probing through that tunnel. And he's so successful in doing it. Another couple added to the tally here for Frozen. He's having one hell of a game. 22 kills, 4 deaths. Device will hang on to this AK-47 inside the bank. Putting an investment in for a later round. And that's 11-5. At this point, Astralis would love a buy round right here just to start competing, but they don't have it, which means they're likely to concede map points already.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's necessarily a wrong decision if they chose to force by here. I think it'd be really hard to criticize considering the scoreline, 5-11. But
you want to play for overtime or the win? But
you almost can't. Even if you it's not pretty regardless. Damned if you do, damned if you don't for Astralis.
Yeah, you at least want something going out of this half, right? Or out of this map. You want to at least have felt like you started to get a few kills before the game ended. Because if it ends like this, Jason, Astralis didn't really fight back. They just got kind of punched around and threw around the ring and not really ever landing a punch. So Device, he's boosted up with the AK-47. That's the only weapon they've got. The only thing worth talking about right now for Astralis. Let's see if he gets anything from it. Frozen cleaning up. Another double entry.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do about it. You have to lie over and accept it at this point.
They know one more is behind the bomb site as well. They already spotted that out. So Stair is going to be made quick work of. And it is just Device. He's committed. Trying to have trigger discipline to let him run past us. Try and stay alive. Good shot. Uh-oh. All right, Device, you're on for it now.
Unfortunately for Device, Jimpphat comes out short, wins that duel against him. A couple of nice shots, but not enough done on the lead up to it to make it a doable round. So Astralis have decided to go for the conservative approach. They'll give it one last shake of the stick. It's the M4A1S, the AWP for Device, the full buy here. They've got to be perfect. They have to be absolutely perfect to bring this to overtime. And to be honest, that's not really what we're looking for right now. We're looking at Astralis just getting a couple of kills, to be honest.
Yeah, we're not worried about perfection or going on a streak. We're just like, all right, let's just get started with one.
Let's like get a few rounds here.
Yeah. Come alive just a little bit here on Overpass. Even at the end of the day, even in potentially a losing battle, give us some hope for the future.
Stair was the second highest rated player of this event heading into the playoffs. Sure, only 4 maps played, but where is he now? You know, he's just completely fallen off.
That was a question that the desk posed. That was a question we talked about as well. The difference in caliber of opposition of MOUZ against what, Lin Vision, against Ents with the stand-in on day 1.
MOUZ going through the motions. It's been Frozen entries back to back. Not only that, but double entries.
All right,
this time Shui goes for the risk, goes through the monster smoke and gets punished.
Yeah, fair play. Wanted to get a little frisky.
Probably should have been the result of that scenario.
He's just testing it, seeing if they're falling asleep at the wheel. So Device gets to play a little bit more passively with the op, and blameF can start hunting, can start wrapping around. It's exertion he would eventually find towards Divider and front bathrooms, but blameF is still far from that.
They're going down to B. They're going down to B right now with that bomb on their back. Frozen has been an absolute animal at cracking open the sights, and the timing does not work for Device. Xerxon just keeping him occupied on that side, keeping his attention drawn towards the bathrooms player, and even blameF's flank, unable to capitalize on the opportunity. So Xerxon's just keeping 2 players up there right now, and they've got to know the numbers now. They've got to feel like there's a shot to break down this B bomb site. And MOUZ looking to close out Astralis' map pick of Overpass in a 13-5 fashion. There's the kill that evens up the numbers. Jimpphat taken out by borup. 10 seconds left for MOUZ to get the bomb down, and this time Astralis will hold.
Nicely done from Astralis. Nobody getting too crazy after Stair goes down. Well done from Device to force back the aggression from Exertion, not fall prey to it. blameF able to track it as well. Nobody had to move. Nobody had to shift from the B bomb site because Device and blameF had the information and handled it well. That defense never had to feel pressured to move. A little bit of a gift with that opening kill. But other than that, Borup and Buzz handle business. And essentially a 2v4 at this bomb site at the end of the day after Stair goes down. They are perfect. 12-6.
Well, Device might have to deal with Torchy coming around the corner with the AWP. Device should be favored holding this angle, and he will be. Torchy falls. Opening kill for Astralis, and Device gets out of dodge. Might have just been spotted jumping back there. I think he was just before that smoke plumed. But Device is confident, realizes he has to take matters into his own hands. They can't just sit back. They can't just let them run at him. And blameF loses the fight inside. And Shui winning that duel to bring it back to even numbers again. And Shui can try and split with Xerxin from long. Stair fails to do anything, but Device, he's stepping up. The one shining light in this round for Astralis, as he often can be. But he has to do everything.
Yeah, exactly. Device is just forced to literally kill everyone. Good reinforcements from Borup. Up the stairs, finds one. Frozen can't really hunt it down because Device should have this angle and has the kill. And Device is a rock in this round. When everyone falls around him, he stands tall.
Xerxin left now, 1v3, 45 seconds. The input from Device should be enough to collect this round, and Xerxin not making his pathway towards that bomb. I'll suggest the save call at this point, but Borup might not let that happen as he wraps around the side.
I mean, there's this route just means as soon as he makes contact, if he wants to go for the round, it's a mad dash to the A bomb site. You have to throw caution to the wind. But now, yeah, it's just about escaping. 20 seconds, can't land the kill on Borup. And it's cut into a 5-round lead. And finally, MOUZ, well, I was going to say finally MOUZ have to save. They got 2 players who can afford rifles. They could get a little bit of a crazy buy if they wanted to. They have to be really careful. These past 2 rounds, look at the entries. A really aggressive kind of just dry peek from Torji with the opera on the rock towards long. Before that, it was Shui walking through the monster smoke just to see if he can get a cheeky kill, just to see if he can get lucky and no one's looking. Both of those failed. MOUZ have to be really cautious. They don't let this lead just get thrown away on some of these more overconfident plays because you have such a massive lead.
And this is Astralis' map pick, as pointed out, but not only that, they have never lost this map.
First time for everything.
The roster, right?
First time for everything, Dinko.
There absolutely is. There absolutely is. But you look back through the opposition they played, the most recent teams they played are Apex and ENCE. ENCE was standing. That was in this tournament with 13-2 victory. But you're up against MOUZ, and that T side often looks so good for Astralis in some of those victories. In particular, Device was able to get a lot of impact, kind of punishing any peaks from Dicebox, etc. But they never found any success whatsoever towards that A bomb site in the first half. And so Device has to step up in the second half instead. And he's done that in the previous round. Chance here to build on it for Astralis, but there's always a world in which MOUZ could even win on this.
Yeah, you never know with these Tech 9s. Change of pace. Molotov is going to keep Shui and his Tech 9 at bay for the moment. Another Molotov rains in, going to change the timing. But MOUZ really want to hit this. They're going to readjust. All of a sudden, with the utility raining in from Astralis' defense, they say there's probably too many people here to really go for this, so let's back off. Let's move elsewhere on the map.
Maybe there was something to be said if Shui got beyond that Molotov, if he found the timing to get through short before the molly landed, but he didn't. And so they call it off, they rotate elsewhere, and they have got a full minute to play with.
Well, the question is now, when Astralis shift over, do they leave blameF on an island? Does someone push out towards long, maybe try and push towards Flowers to give him a little bit of support? Because he's going to be all on his own. So an early warning system over in bathrooms, but blameF has struggled to find success.
Well, let's see if this is the round where he switches that all the way to a different position. It's a double from blameF. 2 kills running in towards him, and blameF will dish out death to 3. Exactly what he would have wanted against the Pistols. And a much better round here. He's not alone anymore. He's got his teammates coming around the back too, but blameF wants all 5. He had a chance for it, but Exertion trading him out. Frozen, if he goes back through that smoke, it's a death sentence. The Stairs on the other side waiting for him. Exertion left 1v4 again, 20 seconds. Can't do this.
All right, starting to get a little bit of life out of some of these Astralis players towards the end, where they kind of struggled previously. blameF hasn't had the loudest game that we've seen out of him, but a triple kill in this one. Triple kill for Device a couple rounds back to get them started in this half. And all of a sudden we're seeing those points of resistance for Astralis change the nature of this game. 8-12. and guns are going to come back out for MOUZ.
Well, if this is to truly be a comeback, we'll see that sign now from Astralis. Oh, good flash. blameF nearly caught by it. That could have cost him his life. But Frozen, once again, this was what he was doing earlier in the second half, getting through short, getting through tunnel, and really causing problems for Astralis.
They're not messing with him now, though.
Yeah, they let him have it.
He's negated like two of their short pushes at different points during this half, so now they're just like, all right, let him have it. It's not worth the risk. And with that positioning, Frozen can just be patient now as the rest of his team starts to push forward towards Fountain, clears out the stairs, opens up the middle of the map, and takes control so they can wheel between the bomb sites.
It's a slow march towards Device. Perhaps the march of death into the Dane.
They don't have a lot of utility. One smoke, one flash, one Molotov in this group.
That flash better be good. We've seen many oppers choose this angle because of the shadow that you get if they overextend. If they start to walk towards you, you can get an early warning system. But Device feels uncomfortable here in the utility. The pin's pulled, he drops back and plays Dice instead. Is this going to be a classic Device round? The first shot out from the back of the Dice. Rolls the Dice himself. Is he going to be able to pick this up? blameF swings it to double kill and Device is with him. Much better from that duo. Much stronger, and MOUZ can't break through.
That's the utility. That's the lack of utility, I should say, for MOUZ. They have the initial salvo, but they don't have the Molotov for dice boxes to force Device into a committed peek. They don't have the lineup of flashbangs streaming over constantly to allow them to progress up the stairs into the bomb site. And they have really no tools to crack open that site in any way. As long as Device played mistake-free Counter-Strike, which is his trademark, Astralis was in the power position, and now it truly is a comeback. They're within striking distance. It's just 3 that separate these two teams. We said they had to be perfect when they were down by 7.
So far, it has been. But the thing about perfection, total perfection, it's almost impossible to achieve. A timeout, a third use here for MOUZ, letting Cyclone have his say.
You have to imagine there's going to be one more really solid. I would imagine in the last 3 rounds, you have to think, so you call Frozen's number towards that B bomb site, activate him to get aggressive. He's had so much success, especially towards B's 24 and 7. He's got the hot hand this game.
Yeah, but if you're Astralis, you have to consider that fact too, right? It hasn't been working for MOUZ going towards this A bomb site. So perhaps a B play is to be expected coming up soon.
And I know, I mean, this is one thing we heard from the group stage as well, and Maniac was on the desk as well. He's kind of touted this blameF and Device as one of the best A defenses we have in professional Counter-Strike on that A bomb site. So yeah, maybe test the weak side. Test the guys like Stare, who's had a quiet game, borup, who's had a quiet game.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense on paper. This kind of round, though, not exactly what you would have been hoping for. An opening from Device, and borup will not miss alongside blameF.
We're just getting classic Device at the moment, just like you're paying the dev attacks. Every single time you want to go towards bathrooms, he's picking one off. He's thinning you out one by one.
Yeah, this CT side has been a completely different story for Device. Wasn't set up a lot, wasn't given his classic opportunities where he's allowed the space towards bathrooms in the T side. He just didn't get any of that.
Yeah, but you gotta love it. We asked for it. We said a little bit of a quiet group stage due to the nature of how many of his other teammates were popping off, with Stare having a game, borup having a game, Buzz having a couple maps in there. Now we get Device.
And it's exactly where you would expect him to start to deliver. Here in the playoffs, in the semifinals. Just a long wait here for MOUZ. No one from Astralis offering anything up. They know they're in the winning position. They're just going to sit back and not let any damage come their way.
They know, like, the biggest thing they could do, the worst thing they could do at this point is just take some silly peeks during this comeback and lose a couple of rifles that you didn't need to, and all of a sudden open the economy, phase of the game as something that could just beat them down the stretch if they don't have the money to fight. Full loss bonus for MOUZ. So they don't have to lose this AK-47. Jimmy's going to go down, but Frozen will have the money to replenish nades.
Here comes that final play.
Excuse me. No losing bonus for Frozen. He'll be fine with just the AK.
Yeah, we'll keep that in the corner. So Jimpphat goes in, see if he can pick up a kill. He doesn't. Just wants to die and get that extra cash. And now 12 to 10. Astralis are 2 away from that perfect run to force us into overtime. What a run it has been. And this man on your screen has been the reason for it.
Yeah, he got them started and he's continued it. And again, another factor of the group stage that we saw out of Astralis was just when they gained control of some of these games, they caught fire and just went on runs. People were able to kind of hold them down, but once they got a feel for what's happening on the map, they went on streaks. They've got 5 in a row. Still need 2 for overtime.
The Device AWP is switched up. It's decided to change its position. Instead of playing front bathrooms and taking that tax, perhaps anticipating Frozen to go back to his winning ways at short.
It's what we just kind of mentioned, like one more round where Frozen gets activated, and your response was Astralis has to know that's coming at some point. So Device is set up perfectly to negate him. Who better?
Look at all the resources committed to this. Look at all the resources committed to trying to deal with Frozen. And it's worked out with that boost. They catch Shuey moving forward. So Frozen at least knows there's 2 at short. So he decides to change up his position. He wants to go through Monster instead, sensing a gap here, sensing a weakness because the amount of players they would have to commit to short instead. And Frozen applying pressure to the barrels, receives utility that will force him back out.
That's not the worst outcome, though. You forced a lot of counter nades out of Astralis. You forced the Molotov. You forced a follow-up flashbang as well.
Well, the commitment is certainly coming towards this B-bomb site for MOUZ, and you've got everybody here. But Device isn't really in a big position to fall back from. He's very committed. Device is in the open. Device is gone, and Frozen rips open the site. This is that B-pop we're waiting for. This is the Frozen round we've all been waiting for, and it's the one that breaks Astralis' back. A 3v2, and this map might be over. It's Borup and blameF that have to come back in and win this in a 2v3 retake. They gather up together, the final pieces of utility being thrown in, and Frozen, what a masterclass of a map in the semifinals. One of the best riflers on the planet this year, and he has just destroyed Astralis on their own map pick in the semifinals, 13-10. MOUZ have the first map, and they are looking damn good, damn hot for a grand final placing.
Yeah, but they got tested for how dominant that was through most of it. Astralis had that little bit of fight left in him. It just comes way too late. I'll tell you what, too. I think Device wishes he could have that last round back. He did not realize. I don't think the communication came.